Breaking records everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. Breaking records everywhere we go. Welcome back to the West Ham Network. My name is Anton, and I'm bringing you today's West Ham Daily. Of course, you don't see the familiar face that you see every afternoon, and that is DJ Russie B doing the lunchtime live. That's because DJ Russie B is keeping himself very busy today. However, he will be bringing you a special guest, a special show this evening, Tuesday evening. So make sure you do tune in later on and check that out. Thank you very much again, though, once and for all, for joining us. Please hit that subscribe button if you are new around here. That would be great. I've dropped that image in there, but you can just go across there, hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and please hit that thumbs up as well. Give us as much feedback as you want, what you do like, what you don't like, and of course, boom, this is going to be a new feature coming on for the foreseeable future, so keep your eyes peeled on that. There could be some little sneaky surprises up there, little messages here, there, and everywhere for you, so please make sure you do keep an eye on it. And as we have said from the title, breaking records everywhere we go. How bloody fantastic is it to be a West Ham fan right now? I don't know how many, I was going to say how many weeks or days I've been saying it for, but it's not weeks or days. It's not even months. It's consistently, we're heading into like the second year. We're heading into the third year of West Ham performing at the highest level. It's ridiculous, but it's great. It's fun, and quite possibly the best West Ham team in my personal lifetime. I'm 38 years old, so I wasn't fortunate enough to be born for the 1980 FA Cup final. I have seen very, very, very good West Ham teams through my lifetime of supporting West Ham, but this has got to be right up there. It's got to be right up there for consistency in particular. I'm going to jump into the chat, see who's in the chat, and I'll get started on the show in particular. So please keep your comments coming in. Gaza is saying hi, everyone. Hope everyone is good. Father Snowman's there. You're all talking to each other. That's lovely. Gaza, that Jimmy O'Hara was on Sky, and he said West Ham, Arsenal, and Leicester would be very worried because Spurs are back now with a world-class manager. What a dope. Exactly. I mean, the thing is, like, how many times have they been there by bringing in a manager and they've all got carried away? I don't know. Sometimes you feel like they maybe can't change that. They can't change it. What they've got going on there. Father Snowman, glad I don't have a TV, seen clips on YouTube. He was nothing as a player, enough said as a pundit. Kane still not happy, and miles behind us on form. Bang, average team. Father Snowman is saying if Arsenal get on a good run, they will push us for fourth, but no way Spurs will. Leicesters are okay, hit and miss. Father Snowman, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Wolves next for us. All tough, very, very tough, mate. Very tough, Father Snowman, and it's definitely going to be time. A big test for West Ham and see how we can, cope against these sides. Robert Singleton, did you catch the worm? We got nothing to fear but fear itself. What a lovely, great, top-notch comment. If we lose one of these four, I'll take 2 wins and a draw. And that's the thing about this West Ham team right now is, you come off of the back of a loss against Brentford and a disappointing loss at that, and you think to yourself, is this going to kick in? And look how we have recovered. Look exactly how we have recovered. It's phenomenal. Gaza, good to see you. Yes, Robert, I seen the comment. I seen it talking about a big lob up front. Here is Anton. Are we rolling yet? Let's ask Marvelous. I can't get my head around his ridiculous salmon impression. It was phenomenal, and Oscars. I mean, it probably wouldn't have won it. Actually, it was stupid, and You've Been Framed. It was absolutely ridiculous, Anil. Scott Miller, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Narky, good afternoon, all. Troj, hi Hammers. Patrick Walsh, good to see you too. Troj, popped home for lunch. Didn't expect this to be on. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're well. Frankie boy, we are massive. You can say that again and again and again. All talking to each other. Declan Rice. Oh man, don't get me going, Fremer. Love it. We set a record for just being too good. Good to have Stell back, Anton. It's about time he pulls his weight, Gaza. It's about time he pulls his weight. Hello, Anton. Love the hoodie, mate. Yeah, it's the one I get digged out for. I mean, it's been in the wash several times. Don't worry, I'm not I'm not that naughty. I am Estelle, and he reads out more controversial comments, no censorship. Well, is it because he does it late at night, Troj? I don't mind reading them out late at night, but it's during the time. During the daytime, maybe some kids are watching as well, so we need to keep our mindset and eyes on that. We're heading to the Champions League. God, could you imagine that, Troj? Good afternoon. Anton, I thought you was 25, babyface. 25, you're at it, Frankie boy. You're at it, Frankie boy. We'll get on the phone to Pat soon. O'Hara hates West Ham more than Steve Bruce. Ignore him. Absolutely. Luke Legend, good afternoon. Good to see you too. Guys are saying, hi, Luke, how are you? Frank is saying, if we beat Liverpool, I will feel like I won the lottery. Troz is saying, if our B team can beat Man City, why can't the A team thrash Liverpool? David M, can you explain it to me, Anton? Why West Ham are not getting the credit they deserve? But do you know what, David? Matt said this on one of the shows we did the other day. It suits me perfectly that we're not getting the credit. I actually couldn't care less about the media or the public media, mainstream media, talking about West Ham and not giving us credit. I don't want that. I'm not bothered. I'll happily have the media here and West Ham just slowing away underneath them and progressing up that league, because that suits me down to a T. It doesn't put it takes away a little bit of the pressure. I don't know do we really want that to happen to this current team. Luke Legend says, good appointment for Spurs. He will clear out the rubbish, and if he can mould a team, they will do well. But fans need to accept 12 months of being work in progress, which they won't. That's the problem. But that's the thing that we had to learn. And now we've learned it by giving Moyes a chance. We even got rid of Moyes and brought him back. And look how it's worked out. Jordan says, if we can only concede one goal, we'll have a great chance. Narky, we have nothing to lose in these games. Anyone outside of the West Ham expects us to lose, so we can play with no fear. Absolutely. Father Snowman, Anton Amstell's age, watched 75 and 80 finals. The best you can say is they played great football in one of the games. The best you can say is they played great football. Yeah, it's tough, man. Father Snowman, I'd love to have been there, but that's just part and parcel of being the age I am. My dad was fortunate enough to be at the games. That's why I have to rely on West Ham fantastic contents on YouTube, inclusive of course West Ham Network, brilliant work. I hate Sky Sports News, and I think that's the David, that's the kind of key thing for West Ham YouTube channels, and well, for us anyway. I'm not going to talk for anyone else, but be careful how we report things. Try and do a little bit of due diligence in our research and try and bring you as much of the kind of our channel. What we like to focus on is kind of more factual information. I'm not saying that other channels don't do that. I'm just saying that's exactly what we do. 3 points against Genks, and we can start giving the youngsters a go. That would be nice, actually, to see a right good mix of youngsters and experience as well. John, expat Thailand, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Hope Beck Johnson gets to do his light bulb dance again. That was class. It was. Look, credit for what, lads? I think Moyes has been lauded. No, we haven't won anything yet. No, absolutely. Look, we've not won anything yet, but let's not forget this is consistency. And this is what he says about week in and week out. Is consistency is the key, and that's what he's producing for West Ham. And I've got some stuff I'll show you when we actually get into the show, which we've not done yet. I'm turning into bloody Stell, going through every single comment. Thunder and Joy, I don't care if anybody gives us credit. It's better for West Ham. David M says, good shout, Anton. Agree with me, Anton. Cool. Or the Antonio Neo from Matrix Celebration. Let's not have that again. Keep our eyes on those hamstrings. Mr. Butcher. Okaflex deserves a start in a game if we get 3 points versus Genk. It'll be interesting to see who he looks at bringing in and maybe giving a little bit of experience to. It'll be interesting. But what I will say is, I don't think it's going to be a full-blown switch-up. I think we'll see a bedded-in approach, but I certainly don't think it will be 11 players swap for 11 players. I don't think that's the right way. I don't think that's the way Moyes wants to work either, because I think he wants to keep momentum as well. Ben Johnson's dance was brilliant and a brilliant goal. It was. Jordan is saying we have Man City, Liverpool and Wolves. So if we can get 6 points out of them, I'll be happy, and we'll still be top 4 after playing top clubs. Absolutely. Funny bunch of lads. There you go. So let me actually get started on today's actual show. So West Ham are a side going places, and the praise falls firmly on the shoulders of our manager, David Moyes. The pressure was heaped on Moyes and his charges after last season's 6th place finish, and so far we're certainly delivering. Currently 4th in the Premier League standings after 10 games, but we've won 6 and drawn 2 of our matches and are just 5 points adrift of table-topping Chelsea. The Europa League can sometimes prove a distraction. Again, we have made a seamless transition to European football. We have a perfect record after 3 games and sit proudly on top of Group H, not conceding a goal. Like I said, in Europe's second-tier competition, and things are looking rosy. at West Ham. It's unbelievable. We took care of Aston Villa 4-1 on Sunday with another accomplished display. We're putting more pressure on the top four, quite possibly, than what other teams have done in the past. And we are doing it with the way we play. And our destructive nature is actually amazing to watch, which we showed against Aston Villa. The belief that these players have in themselves and each other is key, and they're enjoying their football so much. Players like Zuma, Vlasic, and Krul were recruited during the off-season, and I honestly think Moyes' transfer strategy has been key to our success from all of the players that he's previously brought in during his second stint at West Ham. You have to praise what David Moyes has done in getting rid of some of the dead wood, but he's changed the identity and brought through some really good players. He's built a team which know exactly what is expected of them, and they are a well-drilled machine. West Ham have not claimed any silverware, like I said, for more than 41 years, and we beat Arsenal 1-0 to secure the FA Cup back in 1980, but the cupboard, as I have said, has been bare ever since. And David Moyes has been breaking records and making history with West Ham over the last 20 months. The Scot has turned West Ham from relegation battlers to a genuine outfit capable of challenging the top four. West Ham recorded our best ever Premier League points total last season, that we astonishingly only missed out in qualifying for the Champions League by one mere little cheeky win. Now, I don't know if any of you saw this, but this is the league table that shows teams in the Premier League that they've played in 2021. West Ham currently sit third in form. So from January the 1st to November the 2nd, as of today, from the game against Aston Villa, on form, West Ham have played 32 games, have won 19 of them games, only lost 8 and have drew 5. We are the third most informed team in the Premier League. We are above Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Leicester, Spurs, and we're just below Chelsea and Man City. That is ridiculous stats for West Ham. It was so interesting to see it. I think Sky Sports reported it actually at the weekend, and they had West Ham as fourth, and they got it wrong. We were actually third on form about what we're actually bringing to the table just now. I'm going to leave that image up there for you to have a little look at, because it is phenomenal stats to see. And we continued this season where we left off last term. After a fifth consecutive win in all competitions against Aston Villa, like I said, West Ham currently sit fourth in the table and could leapfrog Liverpool into second with a win over the Reds on Sunday. West Ham again are only just one win, or possibly even 1 point, from sealing top spot in the Europa League Group H, and with it a place in the last 16. Who would have thought it? But possibly the most astonishing fact to emerge from West Ham, like I said, is the Premier League table based on form for, of course, 2021. And I think it's such a beautiful stat to look at. Over 2021 so far, like I said, West Ham are sitting in third with more points accumulated than every other side except for Manchester City and Chelsea. West Ham have had 62 points in 2021, like I said, and we're only 4 points behind Chelsea in second place with 66 points. There have been lots of excited West Ham fans declaring that this could be the club's best ever start to a season. Statistically, that isn't strictly true, because we had 20 points and a +9 goal difference after 10 games during the Dimitri Payet-inspired farewell Bolin season. But what do you think? Is it our best start to a campaign, if you take into consideration the Europa League results, the fact that we're in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, wins over Manchester United and Manchester City in that cup? Surely this takes the biscuit for being one of the best Premier League starts we have had in years. Here's some more stats about breaking records left, right and centre. Only 4 teams have scored 20 plus goals in this Premier League season. They are Liverpool with 29, Chelsea with 26, Man City with 20, and of course West Ham with 20 as well. Only 4 teams have earned 20 plus points after 10 Premier League games this season. Chelsea should say their points tally, which I didn't put in there, so apologies for that. Liverpool with 22, Man City with 20, and West Ham with 20 as well. I mean, I'm going to take a look at this next stat, which is another interesting one. David Moyes, since returning to West Ham, has the highest ever Premier League points total with 65. He has the most wins in a single Premier League season, 19. He's qualified West Ham for the Europa League, but not just that. Currently, we have a perfect record. There's a bad spelling mistake there again, with 3 wins and no goals conceded. And of course, we are into the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. And then you can talk about individual performances from players, but take a little cheeky look at this bad boy. This is from Squawka, who do a lot of the statistics for the games and individual players. But after 10 games, Rice is the only player this season in the Premier League who has got 10 plus clearances, 10 plus tackles made, 10 plus interceptions, 10 plus aerial duels won, 10 plus chances created, 10 plus take-ons completed, and 10 plus touches in the opposition box. There you go with all the stats on the left-hand side. 25 tackles made, 20 interceptions, 16 take-ons completed, 15 aerial duels won, 13 touches in the opposition box, 12 chances created, and 11 clearances. Let's add to that 3 goals as well. 1 goal in the Premier League, and he is being a little bit more creative than we are used to. And that is why we are massive. This is why West Ham have transitioned. We're transitioning, and we're going to be breaking records moving forward. I agree with the sentiment behind what the lads are saying, Russ and Stell. This could be a massive, massive year for West Ham, and I think it's unbelievable when you look at all these stats. You've got players performing left, right, and centre. I could talk to you about the stats from Ben Johnson from individual games. I could talk to you about the stats from Issa Diop from individual games, Zuma from individual games. You've got players in this squad that are performing to the highest of their standards, highest of their levels that they can possibly get to, and I think you firmly put that onto David Moyes' head 100%. I'm going to jump into the comments and see what everyone is saying. Let's have a look here. Will Rice sign a new deal? It doesn't need to. He doesn't need to right now. And even if he does, I don't really know what these deals do. They don't really protect the player. They protect the club for an asset that they've got. So I don't think we're going to need to worry about that just now, to be honest. Didn't Conte turn Spurs down 4 months ago? They did. Apparently, they've turned his opinion around as well. Charles, nice to see Still back. And see it from Masuaku, fully refreshed. Ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous. I don't know what you want to call it. Is West Ham Weekly? You could call it the West Ham Weekly comedy show, maybe. That could be a good one. Frank Butcher, Levy came back with a bigger bag of money. That's why he accepted. Yeah, I wonder if it is that. I wonder if it's to do with the fact that he didn't want to come and they don't want, they can't accept no for an answer, and maybe that's the wrong thing. They're offering the second highest manager wage in the world football right now. I mean, how much money, if you look at the stats, has Levy spent on sacking managers? It's ridiculous amount of money he's spent on sacking managers. Pochettino, Mourinho, Nuno Santos, just recently, but it can go further back as well. Scott Miller, I love the matchday build-up show. It's become a big part of my matchday. Thanks, everyone. Scott, really appreciate the words, mate. I think that was the idea behind what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it better. We've got so many ideas, and if we could get it to the way we want it, honestly, I think it would be one of the best shows kicking around. We just try and have a good laugh as well, as much as we possibly can. So, yeah, I'm glad you do enjoy that. Look, here is there now, Gaza, so I don't think we can take the mickey on this one. Good appointment. I can't wait to see him make Kane work hard. Frank is saying Nuno was the worst in Christian Gross. Even he got 9 months. And this is not a Tottenham channel, but I wonder what that stat would be. I'd be really intrigued to know how many managers they've actually sacked over the last decade or more. I worried about Spurs getting Conte, another career wasted. Yeah, true, but let's see how it pans out. Spurs lost to Pacos for the UEFA Conference. I did ask a Spurs mate why they're trying to be Chelsea. Isn't being an Arsenal shadow enough? No response as of yet. Well, hold on a second. Look, can you rephrase that text message to your mate? Why don't you ask, why are Spurs trying to be West Ham? And why are they, are they struggling to be in our shadow so much? That's what you should do. Ray is saying, Tottenham fans getting very excited. Shame that God has come. Troj, surely our form from start of first lockdown is a record also. There's so many records here, Troj. I honestly, these dailies are supposed to be reasonably quick shows. I would love to go in even further depth about the records. Honestly, there are so many, individual performances, individual targets, team targets, performances. It's a crazy amount of things that have changed since lockdown. Let's all laugh at Tottenham. Let's all laugh at Tottenham. We have to remember Conte will still be working with the same players until the transfer window opens. Frank Butcher puts the question straight out there. Guys, would we take Lingard back in January? I'll answer the question, Frank, from my opinion. Absolutely, yes, I would. Jordan's saying Saka Nuno was harsh. He's only been there 3 months, and Tottenham were always around the top 8 anyway. Kane is being a lazy get. I don't think Tottenham wanted Nuno initially to start with. Also, the fans are booing Kane. They are. Anil, I would take Lingard in January, but will only let him go to a top 4 competitor. It's an interesting point. Absolutely. George Pyatt sticks in the mind for what he did when he was, but he wasn't consistent every match like we are now. It's an interesting one because I do think he was. I don't know if our performances matched that all the time. You know, there was a point for West Ham to go and kick on once we had that successful season at the last season at Upton Park. However, we didn't kick on. We didn't recruit well. We had the wrong people in charge for that moment. And we obviously brought, after Bilic, it was Moyes, then Pellegrini, then Moyes. So, you know, at least we've brought him back and given him time, and it's worked wonders. Spurs got their arses spanked against Arsenal, Chelsea and United, plus they lost to Pacos Ferreira in the UEFA equivalent of the Papa John's Cup. That's why Hopeless Nuno got the boot. Gaza says we have no egos in our team. I totally believe we don't. I really don't. I don't think an ego works in our team and in our squad at all. I think if there's any ego, that's not what makes me think. Like when you look at players like Yarmolenko, he mustn't have an ego. I think he must be a really genuine guy and a genuine player. And I think every single player has a part to play in that squad, no matter what any fan thinks as well. James is saying we are massive. Payos was lazy. 2 out of possession. Hi James Bong, how are you? Wow, Rice is ripped. He is, isn't he? He is. He's not got good thighs like Antonio, but hey ho. And misses free kicks, though. Anything within 30 yards was like a penalty. It was, Trosh. It really was. He just needs 10 equals goals now. Could you imagine that in Archie? And that's the thing, you know, if Declan Rice does progress and keep getting goals in the Premier League, then that you would understand why Souček wasn't getting the goals as such. Rice is still improving and he's only 22. Rice is a machine from Gaza. Good point, Neil. Maybe not. West Ham are on the up. Arsenal for life. Thank you for joining us. Thank you again. How many players will get more than 10 goals this season apart from Antonio? It's a good question, but what we're now seeing is players from all over the park getting goals. Bowen's contributing, Fornals is contributing, Ben Rama's contributed, Rice is contributing, Souček's already contributed this season, Diop, Dawson in all the competitions, Ogbonna as well, Ben Johnson. So we're all contributing all over the park, and that's exactly what David Moyes has wanted. We'll see in January who we sign. I think I've forgiven Jesse for getting the winner against us. Rice will get 10, I reckon. Got another 9 to get for the Premier League, though. Arsenal for life. But then again, we've got another 28 games to play in the Premier League. Spurs might actually win something. I don't know. I don't think it's as simple as just getting a manager in and bang, you go ahead and win a competition. But you never know. Spurs can't even win the UEFA Papa John's Cup. P-Gads, will Moyes rest players versus Genk for the Liverpool game? I don't think he will. James is saying Stell's flag shit show is a marathon, not a sprint. Didn't Spurs also get a loan from the bank? Spurs will never be us. We are massive. Gaza thinks they do think they belong to win things, and it doesn't work that way. No, go in at full strength always, Gregory. I do believe we will. I think we'll have a really strong full strength starting 11, because I think that is going to be what Moyes wants, and it's all about momentum with Moyes as well. He wants to take every competition as serious as possible. Yes, if we do win that game, we qualify as group winners going into the last 16, which would be such an achievement for us as a club. But there's an opportunity then to start to bed in other players and give players a chance. But I don't think you'll see 11 changes left, right and centre. Soufal definitely plays versus Genk. Yeah, I think he will play there to bring up some match fitness. We're coming for 4, so enjoy it while it lasts. We'll see, mate. We'll see. The thigh's the limit with Anton. It absolutely is, mate. Frank, I think I'm preferring Johnson to Soufal now. The thing we have here, though, is we've got 2 quality fullbacks. So what you can't do is you can't even remotely think about resting Johnson because he's been so phenomenal, as has Soufal. Spurs have a cup final in December. Yep, it is, and it's us. Anton, have you been improving on your tackles? I have, mate. Don't you worry. I'll get them out on show for everyone. Sunday's game is a difference between finishing top 4 and top 2. Got to win it. Absolutely. Anton needs rice. Anton needs rice, needs to work those thighs. Then the posters will go up. They'll go up right there. Honestly, if he works on those bad boys, he will. Trev Tube, good to see you, mate. I know you're just joining us here. Newcastle want ex-Arsenal manager Emery. God. P-Gads, the City Cup game shows West Ham can at least draw with their bench starting. Kent Hammers, I'll mix and match versus Genk Liverpool will have extra rest. Yeah, I'll mix and match. I think we will. I think we'll see the Europa League team that we put out week in and week out, because I think what Moyes will want to do is just confirm the last 16. What I can't even believe I'm saying it, but if we win that game or draw it, with the chances are we're going to go through. We're going to go through as group leaders and qualify for the last 16 of the Europa League. Like, it's mental to sit here and say that we're actually saying that, but it's great. There's no real difference between finishing fourth or second. Champions League place for both. Let's just finish in that top four. That would be unbelievable. Anton, mate, would you start Lanzini over Benny against the Scousers? It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. And my answer to your question is no. I wouldn't. I genuinely think, even when Ben Rama doesn't do his fancy stuff and doesn't score, I think he does a lot of hard work for the team. I think Benny is going through a second transition with West Ham that we saw with Pablo Fornals over the last couple of years. Pablo Fornals has been with us since Pellegrini was here, and Pablo Fornals was hitting the heights last year, but not hitting the heights as like what he was doing this year. Fornals has become such an indispensable, like a really important player for West Ham. He's the connector of every area on the park. His hard work, his determination is huge. And I kind of fear sometimes if Fornals is not going to be there, what have we got? I trust our squad, but the point I'm trying to make is he's become such a pivotal part of our team. I think it's bloody great. I don't let myself believe we'll win something, but I do honestly think we will under Moyes. Absolutely. James Deck is ranked 12th of the most informed Premier League players. Say that again, mate. Jordan Zuma just needs to get the winning goal against Liverpool now. Could you imagine that big bad boy header? I believe the Genk game is on at 5:45. Don't cough it out. Now let me check. I didn't know that. That's a good point to check. I think you might be right. It is at 5:45. It is. I didn't know that. Ooh, Anil. Interesting. Thanks for giving us that one. Yes, Fornals is massive. He absolutely is. So anyway, that rounds it off. This is my lunchtime hour, or half an hour, I should say. So please, like I said, if you are new around here, go and hit that subscribe button. It really does help us out. Somewhere over here, somewhere over there. I don't really know where it is. Please hit the thumbs up again if you are enjoying our content. Go and check out all our other shows that we've got coming on. Stell done his West Ham Weekly last night. I think there was a lunchtime live yesterday afternoon, which was a match day debrief as well. Tonight there is a special show. Thank you to DJ Russie B. So check out the channel tonight. I think that's about 9 o'clock. Tomorrow we have the preview. We will have a Genk fan coming on again, talking about the kind of recent performances and where Genk are at and how they're feeling about moving forward in Europa League. So come and check that out again. And we will have a match day live, of course, for the Genk game. So thank you very much for joining us. I want you all to stay safe. Here we go. Some more comments. Kent is saying Lanzini is better for Europa, for slower, can get on a ball, see what's in front of him and use his football brain. I made a comment the other day about Lanzini, and I think that Benrahma and Lanzini can actually share this position. I think what we'll probably have is Benrahma playing upwards of 70 minutes. And if he's not, say, being as creative and scoring goals, still working hard for the team and being effective for the team, that's when I would like to see Lanzini come on and swap for that. And I'm happy with that. And I think they would be happy with that as well. Frank says, I saw a stat that Creswell is second best fullback in the league for assists and Trent is top. He's phenomenal. He's just came right back away to where we saw him last season at Upton Park. Still a long way to go. Hope injuries don't play a part because it breaks the rhythm up. It does, Ray. It really, really does. A draw wouldn't be a disaster, but I'm going 2-1 for West Ham on Thursday. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment in the chat. I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, let me just repeat that. Tonight there's a quiz. I don't know if it's a quiz. It's a show with DJ Russie B, so go and check it out. Tomorrow there'll be a lunchtime live, possibly a daily, then a preview, and then the match day live, the same again on the Thursday, and we'll go from there. Take it easy, stay safe, thank you for watching, and come on, you Irons.